share update a yɛde bae na yɛ kasa de afa Ministry of Health Raminta Kando nsɛm bi a wɔde abeto dwa about mampani ni ginesie na yɛnua bɛma boso about no bed syndrome yɛnsa kan very alarming video which screens so a go would go and take a full glance at the video, but then the akɔso no nyinaa ɛne sɛ saa bere deɛ okopie mu ɛwɔ Kolebu teaching hospital allegedly yechemu say esan say mampani ama order say mamo entene away any sick patients bi obeba na any emergency case obante say nkofo edida form ewayare sabia honoma akose a whole lot of conversation yehwe video nimra na yendi ho nkomo. I will see a video I share no an alleged video mu se biaye honom Kolebu teaching hospital na de omu ene se ayaresafo ana se ayarefo a akopie mu ewo hospital honom no bebre na enyampa ena so entie form no moda ye render treatment ede ama omo a akose a whole lot of conversation. What is happening, Chris? Then what are people saying based on this video trending?
Yes, Kolebu teaching hospital allegedly video honum na according to staff no mo hono said the medical kind talking about no bed syndrome no omo ayede omo ba emergency ni nyina most of them we say na omo chire mu a omo ayede omo eba anwumre no. Okay. Because obeba no most of the beds are occupied and before you realize no nipa no muntimi nsan fa ne nko back any ade and as I say so per the directives by say you don't have to reject an emergency case. Because I was there are people as I see omoda so gina baby a betimi aka say omaso ayeshi because ye bi se so omo nsam say ye den na mo reject obi e ma ni ko free mu e wo honom e dey say obi a ye den beba bia anya me na me kwa kwaka say mo mfa ne nko baby foforo e bia mo mfa ne nko rage and as mo mfa ne nko UGMC and as mo mfa ne nko a different facility oba ye be make sure say ye be jo obi o ha mo be ma na tena se but some of the conditions they can't sit, they can't stand. So before you realize, some of these alarming pictures are here, video are share, ebi mu edida form no na ebi AC. Enti se se idea, ebi mu hu ne say sa directive ba ye any almost so as se o ma so ahye no e ka hu bi na se a case bi at the moment a we wura hope no they have to make sure say o mbepe kwan bi so no ma jew. Enti e ba beto abonten say mo na mo se ye nje o mo se a bed ni ho. Enti o mo ne da form no mo mpe kwan e be so a be treat you.
Okay, so that is it about a video I share ye no. Now the health minister Raminta Akando ono nso ababe kasa wode etudwa se sabre no wo mu egusu a wo mu project kese pa ewo bema campa ebeye an emergency center na ebeboa ewo ayarehwe ejuma no emu wato ne no mutu akasa de afasa asemwe ho a yenyina yebegebre na ye aso atie ne nsem a wode etudwa ye ba enchichire mu bi ewo mu bia no ye de bema mu yehwe video ni mbra.
That was set up to look into child's needs. Do we have enough?
Which starts me that they know best.
Yes.
Yeah. So I knew we were going to do that. You're going to divert their attention. That is expected. Yes. As you all know, I constituted a 3-member committee that was headed by Professor Beku Akosa. And at a point in time, I had to expand or increase the number of days they were sitting. We are almost done. But I asked them to take their time because it is going to effect a lot of changes in the system, and we are using this opportunity to solve the problem once and for all. Maybe I can highlight some of them to you. This particular problem you heard of, there's no proper coordination. You understand? That is what is bringing the spillage. So now we want to create what we call a command center. We are using IT technology, and that will take us some time. It doesn't mean that when I say it today, tomorrow you come and ask me, you said you are creating an IT center, where is the IT center? So it takes some time. This is what we have come to inherit. This is the situation. We don't have to lament, we have to solve the problem. Sorry. So that is the first approach. IT, we have commanders at all the teaching. We are going to pilot with the regional and the teaching hospitals. So when even the ambulance people pick you and then they put you in the system, they will direct you where to go. So it's something we are establishing they are doing the procurement, they are pasting barcodes on all the beds. So even when I stay in my office, I know the number of beds at Kolebu. When there is an emergency and the person is on the bed for more than 24 hours, I know that the person. So it's one of the. We are coming up with about 4 approaches. So the other one is also to get another emergency center. That center is purely emergency. So, for example, we have a place around Beba Camp. They take you there, they stabilize you, they move you out of the place to another center. So it's another approach. That makes the second one. The third one, we are going back to Parliament. His Excellency has directed us to go to Parliament to pass a bill into an act that will make out severe sanction to any health professional who will turn away emergency. So we are doing that. There's another fourth one I don't want to put out there that we are working on. And so we are thinking broadly to make sure we find a solution to this particular matter. But did not finish their report and wanted to take their time. Very soon we'll put it out there.
Honorable, on the other side, the medical
has been published.
Yes.
You were all there, and so all the recommendations. I think my deputy, I've charged my deputy to look at the implementation of the recommendations. And this one too, when they finish, I'll put somebody in charge to look at the full implementation. Usually we bring reports and recommendations are given and it's not executed. This time I know any report that is brought, somebody is assigned to it to see the full implementation of the recommendations. So in that medical collaboration, the reports were put out there, you ask questions, those who are supposed to be sanctioned have been sanctioned, and it's going to go beyond just interdiction. It's going to go beyond just interdiction. We are going to further investigate certain issues. If there's a need for somebody to, vacate posts, why not? Because this is about lives of the people. So that you see, in any sector where there is no discipline, nobody must feel that I am untouchable. No. There must be discipline in the sector. When you come to work, you shouldn't stay on your phone, and when there is emergency, you behave as though you've not heard. No. We know that, look, I'm the first person to acknowledge the kind of sacrifices they are making. But hey, we have to do our work. So we are not joking. We are not sleeping. We are doing our best. Thank you very much.
Abusia Minister for Health, Honorable Minta Akando, and Ikuti Nsemwana, what they air to Jana say. From what he is saying, no, Nina Ekosi measures our more try said they will put in place for this no bed syndrome, if I'm right.
Yes, currently, not just they are all kind of they are trying to put in some measures that they will be able to curb some of these no bed syndrome and as emergency cases. I'm not sure what he said was really trying to curb no bed syndrome and kind of stuff, but then the emergency cases that is overwhelming our hospital facilities. No, I don't know what to say. Baby, as your master started creating who you want some baby or Bema camp now with some kind of IT response units beyond here, so the some of these cases will be transferred there because can basically within 24 hours, I would say stabilizer now you move you. The emergency should just be a transit for to a ward, and see on making sure that those places will be equipped. But then other people were talking about the fact that they should make sure said they will equip some of these hospitals because say mubetimi akosi baby sa ho Kolebu ho and some of these facilities. You should find ways to expand the emergency, facilities that were honum.
Okay.
Now, mobile making sure some of the wards because if you wards honuma and I but because yes, the will be emergency, now you finding cold water. Still now the place will be choked.
Okay.
And they should find basic ways. I'll make me a the no bed syndrome itself.
Okay.
Because ukosi baby or baby still now that place too will start getting choked the near day.
Okay. So ebusian for that is it. Now in view of that, no, the minister wakopiemu ewo Kolebu teaching hospital after videos be started say go about a man for that formula ade no. Wakopiemu ho na emu amane bone de nsem bebre. Yenjebre na yentie de course so ewo Kolebu ye ba beto so.
Some of them will be discharged early, the others also have some extended a bit of stay. Yes. So we take 14 patients here. Currently the place is full, bed 2 you realize empty because the patient is gone for dialysis.
So you come back.
Ideally, these are patients that should have been on the wards because they've been here for more than 24 hours.
Okay.
The real time for patients to be even in the emergency is that within 6 hours, every patient should be stabilized and then moved to the definitive care area. But sometimes we have challenges with the ward, there is no space.
Yes.
So we keep them here. Yeah, we keep them here.
Okay.
So this morning we have a bed management team. They've gone around and then they've come back. Our main problem is with internal medicine because they take about 70 to 80% of our emergency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's why we have secured more
Beds, okay.
so that the patient can be
So
more.
you see, yes, to summarize, maybe we have to engage it because after this, I mean, we have a behind the scene conversation.
Yes, please.
But you see, it is always better to discharge the person from here and get a spillover at the ward than keep them on the bed at the emergency.
Yes, please.
Do you understand?
Actually,
So
that's what
we must always try. Once the person is especially more than 24 hours, the person must not be here.
Great.
Do you understand?
Yes, please.
So no matter what, at least we must have a space
That's why we are great.
so that it will not turn people away. So we'll have the rest of the conversation about expansion and other. Today, I think I've asked that they should bring you some trolleys.
Okay,
Yes, I've asked that they should bring you some trolleys. So we'll have those detailed conversations. We'll do our best. But under the circumstances, please let's try.
Yes, please.
Because you see, when these videos started coming out, some of the interpretation was that it is because we have given the order that we should not turn people away. That's why you are throwing it on our face. Okay, if you say we should not turn people away, they are on the ground. You know, but I hope it's not so.
No, it's not so.
Let's try to do our best.
Yeah. So what happens is that, in fact, we get patients referred from other facilities without them informing us prior to it. And then when they come, we don't turn them away. So we try that we need to do something. Now, some of them are so unstable to sit in chairs.
Yeah.
But that's the only option we have because the whole place is full. And it happens mostly in the night that they stay longer. And then before you realize, they are lying on the floor. And then when we come in the morning, we try to decongest them. And then you come the next day, it's the same story. That
You know, these days, the social media is something else.
Yes.
So let's be very careful. Whatever happens, you know, even in your bedroom, you have to be careful. You don't know when it will get out there. So let's do our best. I know you guys are working under extreme pressure, but we acknowledge whatever you are doing. So let's do more. We will put a lot of measures. This year, we are coming to even put up the maternity block. Yes. I mean, I've discussed with Mr. President. Mr. President has given clear directives that with immediate effect, we have to come and put that in the building.
Yes.
So and I've asked your CEO to have a plan. We want to transform the whole place.
Thank you very much.
And so the expansions, the renovations, as and when you need what, we brought you some anesthesia machines, right? So we'll do our best. As and when there are problems, you shouldn't get out there before I get to know.
Yes, please.
Let me know. Let's talk and see how we can handle it. And then, so sorry for bringing you back to work on holiday.
Oh, no, it's our responsibility.
Thank you very much. I'm in your hand.
Abusia, the Honorable Minister for Health, and you can say Kolibu addressing one or two issues about a year. Patients I do more to family are they all in the name of the president's directive and I ye so yes my yem sake or mundi and ye form no more bedani ade no or mumbo homodin. But then there was a in Chimwa a free penny for by which says some referral cases from other hospitals be or honoma e ba omoa omunya prior notice o mehu anes ambulance na besi won rin as to whether they have space to contain them or not no near the omo ayeden aba eno and I just say sometimes the place really gets congested any other day. Now share screens so I say viral video of patients receiving treatment on the floor at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The footage is authentic. When the surge in patients exhausted, all available beds chairs were provided. When those chairs were also exhausted, patients had no option but to receive care on the floor. Emergency medicine residents of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Not just say prior to the conversation, no na man for bichu said the video was AI generated and no cray any idea. But apparently omuchuma no crebi ewumu. So this is a release from the emergency medicine residents respond to Kolebu Teaching Hospital management on the recent accident and emergency crisis. It was for immediate release. We the emergency medicine residents of Kolebu Teaching Hospital respond to management's news release on 21st March 2026. We write to ensure the public and record accurate reflects that conditions under which care is being delivered and systematic failures that made them inevitable. The floor incident setting the record straight. The video footage is authentic. When the surge in patients exhausted, all available beds chairs were provided. When those chairs were also exhausted, patients had no option but to receive care on the floor. The sequence was witnessed by every member of our clinical team characterizing this documentation as AI generated or media slander is factually inaccurate and an affront to both patients and staff. Into Muchema video no no kre de tie ne se nkofo ni bufa so ayarefo ni bufa so ma chese na empa na yema ebinum nkonwa ne yema intina chese ba bi eduro ne de age se ebinum da fom na ye hwe wo mu inti de kokoko viral se AI no enye no kre esi ya na sebe edwumayefo ni bi eni tuemu ayarefo no nso ebi eni tuemu ti wei enye AI or 200 beds are not enough. The procurement of 200 beds, while noted, does not address the crisis. Beds without functional oxygen point, airway equipment, monitoring tools, adequate floor space, and sufficient nursing and physician staffing ratios do not improve care. They congest an already overwhelmed space. A comprehensive resource solution is required, not headline figures. Into Muchema, say Musimode a year empa baku 200 aha mienu ebane de enye empa mode ba sebe ye pe oxygen baby ebetimi de oxygen afa ye betimi de machines ni ade esisi sinkofo so a yentimi enye de emfaso bia eni so esakra na ama ejuma na ye din echen de wo hodada no na afe enipa no ebufa so saa sebe semu be chocho niema de abeto monten so ama Ghana fo agimodinum enye no ena wo mu ehia ne sesei o say national crisis not a Kolebu teaching hospital problem enti omu chema we ye Ghana man ni nyina ye haw enye Kolebu fo nko a haw. So this crisis is a symptom of a fractured national emergency response system driven by dysfunctional referral pathways. Patients are dumped at tertiary centers because primary and secondary facilities cannot hold them. Into muchema ade ba ko ema ne basa ne say empempi no ayaresabia nkuma no omuhwe na say cases bi ba omo ho no muntimi nso ano a na afi wo mapia e de akọ kese animu akolebu nso eden e ka ho bi o say absent pre-hospital coordination. Patients arrive critically ill with no advance notice or no basic interventions initiated. To muchime pepi bi ho mo de nkofo ayarefo ne beba no ye mo amane ka yenim no bia wo de obi fi himfa polyclinic e kolebu a mo be free ama kolebu fo ya we o patient we na ye no enti ambulance am kwanso but omo nti bibia sa omo be hu ane se ye de omo aba begu. O say no national bed tracking system, making real-time patient redistribution impossible. In tinke wo ho system bi wo ho no ma wo hwe mu abe nso bi a 37 o mo empa be miense bi wo ho nti wo transfer nkofo ho menye ba bi ada e bi a rich empa be 6 bi wo ho wo transfer nanso bi system bi ene wo no ma eboa wo mo e wo sa kwan no eso nti se ye de nipa na ekwa yen hwe se empa wo ana se empa eni ho no ebi eno no. So we do not call for more beds in hallways. We call for a strengthened national healthcare grid. We urge management and the Ministry of Health to move past PR-focused responses and commit to a transparent and systemic reform. The evidence is real, the crisis is real, and the response must be equally real. Emergency medicine residents Accra. Into muchema na chese se mo betwe blogger said mo chi de camera sisi mo anim no makasa bebre yen kombra say ne ye ne eno emmoa mo ma yen nye bribi a ebededi ama yen hu se no kre aban no any Ministry of Health no abo mo modern so be bibi dia fa ensem. Other than that, the issue won't be solved. Now, ye free ensem